Good afternoon, my people. Good afternoon. Hope everyone is doing well, guys. How is everyone doing? Where is the live chat on this? Let me just pull it up. But good afternoon, guys. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, everyone. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak. Let me just quickly send the link to Nuno on Zoom so he can join as well. Grab my coffee and then let's get the day started. Got another 15 minutes left before our session starts. So, again, starting a little bit later today, guys. Okay, let's send the link to the Zoom quickly to Nuno and the rest of the members. There it is. Okay, perfect. How's everyone doing though, guys? Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak. If you guys are celebrating Eid, Eid Mubarak to everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. How's your day going so far? We've got another 14 minutes left, guys, before we start looking for any sort of positions. As you guys know by now, we actually don't like trading the first half an hour of the New York Open because it always does something dodgy. Majority of the times, it does something dodgy. So we like to stay out of the markets for the first half an hour. Okay, new scene. How do I get rid of this? Oh, there it is. We've got the live chat here. Perfect. What's happening, Jamal? What's happening, Jay? What's happening, Ayub? Hope everyone is doing well. Who else is watching us, guys? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let us know in the chat who else is watching. Good afternoon. What's happening, Nino? Bro, take over. I'll be right back. Let me just quickly go grab coffee. 2
Okay,
seconds. I'll be back,
okay.
okay?
Okay. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. No, good afternoon. How are you guys? Everything's good? Everything's good. This should be a ruinous day today. Again. So you guys took the trade yesterday? We kind of end the stream because it's 4 o'clock. But yeah. How are you, my bro Moss? Sohib, how are you guys?
How's it, Nuno? How's it?
Yeah, very good, bro. You?
All good, man. All good.
You working today?
Yeah, I am working, but the boss is sort of absent, so we do what we like.
Today is gonna be a trading day.
Yeah, I hope today we catch another 100 pip moves because I'm here now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, bro. Did you took the trade yesterday? It was kind of late, you know. When we took the trade, it's almost like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I saw that. I was already in my car going home, so I couldn't really get to the market in time, but I saw the aftermath on Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Jerusalem. Hello, Ruslan. Ruslan, how are you, bro? Things good? Melee, www. How are you, bro? Yeah, looks like the morning team is already joined. Jay, Melee, Ruslan. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Yeah, guys. Lucas is here too. Hello, Lucas. How are you, bro? So, guys, let me know in the chat. Did you guys took the trade yesterday that we gave out on the stream? Or you prefer to like stay out? What do you guys do yesterday? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Because today I'm gonna think Paul gonna speak at 2 o'clock, I think. 2:30, 2:30, yeah, 2:30. Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of time. Plenty of time. We should be good to take a trade. Yeah, stay out, bro. Yeah, man. It was kind of late, and we stayed disciplined for too much hours, yesterday, I think almost 3 hours and something. So yeah, it's the best decision, bro. We personally took it because it's a high probability setup, and we kind of are on the winning streak, Took that last minute trade. Nice, bro. Did you hold it to the full TP? Because I think, yeah, bro, gold drops crazy even today. Even if you guys like manage the risk kind of more aggressively, like put the stop loss at PE at 10 pips, you should be good, bro. Because the trade never hit the PE. Yeah, man. It was not like a crazy drop, but it was a really nice trade. For the time, it was like almost 4 o'clock. Yeah, it was a nice trade, really nice volume kicking in at that time. So yeah, it was like almost 50 something pips. I close it at 50 something pips. Kind of hold it for a little bit. Because we are noticing that normally when the markets do like a crazy move, it's very hard to they give like the correction. So yeah, we kind of take advantage of that. They give us the correction, and then we took the continuation. It was a daily 50% retest and continuation. Yep, the setup. Hello, Bear. How are you, brother? Good to see you. Hey, people celebrating. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Nice hate, guys. Happy hate, guys. That for the people that are celebrating the hate. Let's celebrate that together, and let's take a big W today. Yeah, bro. You better can. Bro, I'm good, but with the same problem as always, bro.
Good afternoon, Ube. Good afternoon, Lucas. What's happening, Eric, Ruslan? Hope everyone is doing well. Melly, Jay. 1 second. What's happening, my bro? Nuno, you good?
Yeah. I'm good, you bro, and you?
Oh, good. Thank you. What's happening, Moss? What's happening, Zohaib? Good afternoon to everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Eid Mubarak to everyone celebrating Eid as well, guys. Today, the markets shall give us all Eid Ameen. Bro, you know how Christians get presents on Christmas? Muslims get Eid. Eid is basically money you get like from all the elders, like your uncles, your father, your mother, like everyone gives you Eid. So if you have like a big family, bro, you can make thousands on this day of Eid, bro. You can make,
Yeah, man.
trust me, bro, you can make thousands.
That's like As on the Christmas, you know.
Crazy.
Not money, but it's like presents, and but most of the people give money, you know.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but for us, man, it's crazy, bro. Eid is like a day where you become very rich, especially if you have a big family. Okay, let's get everything ready, guys. We've got essentially 6 more minutes left now before again the 1:30 open arrives, and I think the way they are starting to give you this breather candle here, essentially, giving you some sort of a break here, and now giving you some sort of a breather candle. I think with the half one open, I'm interested in taking some sort of a buy position because, to be honest with you guys, I am anticipating some sort of a correction now. I would not just marry a bias of looking for a buy position, but I am very interested in actually looking for a buy position. Eid Mubarak, brothers. Eid Mubarak, EKB. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak. Hope everyone is doing well. Man, today, usually, guys, I wake up so late. Today, I had to wake up super early, go for the Eid prayer, came back, and then slept again. And then I woke up, like, again, and then literally made ways to, like, office after I got freshened up. But this is the real stuff, We, us traders, we can wake up whenever you like. There is no like set rules. You have to wake up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. That's all BS. I wake up at like 10:30 every day. But I do sleep very late as well, though. I go to bed around 2, 3 sometimes, because sometimes, like, the kind of businesses I'm in, you have to meet up with investors. It can last like till very late as well. So yeah, it just depends. I don't know how buy position will play out because news will most likely tank gold. That's the thing with news. We don't know what the news will actually do to the markets, and I think news is later around 2:30, and that's again not a news drop. Is he's going to start speaking, right? So once they do start to release the news, that's when you'll see the volatility being picked up. But we've got clean hour before 2:30. So okay, one thing I do want to see now is what is the monthly sort of like tapping into. We understand that the monthly is technically tapping into this 50% area, right? And essentially what's happened now is they gave you the pullback yesterday, and once the pullback area got retested up here, they started to again drop the price. So my thing is now, if they do start to break past this area here, which is our 1909.25 area, right? Now, if they do start to break past this area to the downside, then you have the next key areas which you can obviously start targeting, right? Which, looking to the left, as soon as we start to exceed this sort of range here, which again is a major resistance area, we are tapping on the monthly, then yes, you can start to see gold exceeding past this resistance area and retesting the next key level on monthly, which will essentially be your 1895. But we need to understand one thing, guys. We've got literally 2 more days left now. So this week will be the closure on the monthly candle. So if they want to give you a monthly candle that's closing back below this area, then technically this becomes a fake out, right? Look, a closure above the resistance, and then straight away it started to drop all the way from the all-time highs. This was the Ukraine and Russia war taking place near this area here. That's when gold spiked up to all-time highs again, and then from there they've just been giving you nothing but a drop, which makes sense because we've got major imbalances to the downside. So at the moment, again, the monthly is quite bearish, right? And now if we actually again look to the left, what we can see is as soon as we start to exceed this resistance area here, we start to go past this area, which is again something we need to keep in our mind. It is a key level. It's not something that you can take lightly. It is a key level, right? It's a major resistance to the left, and if it is a major resistance, then it means that there are a lot of orders here, right? So order flow could be either way, up or down. So now if we do start to hold this area here as a resistance area, then technically, yes, we can see gold selling off a little bit more on the monthly, right? But that's where, again, if you just look at the weekly, how much has the weekly moved altogether? Usually we can get around, so we've got about only 270 pips just on the weekly candle at the moment, right? So understand this as well, that we've got plenty and plenty of room on the weekly as well. There is also that scenario where the weekly can now start to also potentially reject and give you a correction, a deeper correction. If I go back to the daily now, because the price action is quite sustainable on the weekly, super bearish on the monthly. So again, the weekly is bearish, the monthly is bearish, and now if you actually look at the daily, at this point the daily has moved about 100 pips altogether. But one thing that I can really see happening is maybe some sort of a deeper retest on the daily time frame, because I think we do need to see some sort of a deeper retest of this structure here before actually selling off for the rest of the month, which will be again the next month, right? It really just depends. Again, I don't want to go into the higher time frame analysis, which we can do another time, but at the moment let's just keep it very simple. We're looking at positions within the daily range, this being the daily highs, keeping it very simple, and this being the daily lows, right? At this point, we have another key level, which everyone knows is super important for us. It's part of our strategy. One of the confidences we definitely look for, which will be the half of the daily range, right? We understand we're playing the game of probabilities. So if we do start to break past the half mark on the daily range, we call it the 50% area. Then at that point, obviously, most likely we can see some sort of a retest to the top side. If we are to see a retest to the top side, then we can start anticipating some sort of a pump past the daily highs, potentially up to this resistance area here, right? Until then, super bearish. It will be a silly trade for me to look for any sort of buy positions just yet until I have some sort of a major confirmation, right? Because the trend is actually quite bearish, and I'm not really looking to fight this trend. Looking to the left though, again on the intraday, we have plenty of rejection areas which we are approaching, and this is the half one open now. Yeah, pretty much the previous candle ended up closing as a rejection candle. Technically we're still trading within this range, and this is again becoming a retest rather than just a breakout. Remember guys, until it has broken 5 pips below the structure lows or 5 pips above the structure lows, we do not consider something like this a breakout. We consider this just a retest, right? So if this is a retest now, and let's say if they do want to start breaking past the highs of the previous candle, what we can do is we can start anticipating some sort of a correction, because again, look at your 4H candles, and if you also look at this major 4H candle here, right, this is where you have an imbalance in the markets, right? And look, it makes perfect sense for them to potentially break past this area on the intraday and actually give you a retest of this imbalance area, right? Because look, understand that the daily has not really moved even 200 pips altogether. So I think I will be a big fan of looking for something like this. Some sort of a buy position above this does make sense. It really does. But again, the thing is, right, what we need to do is we need to, at this point, look for some sort of a closure at least, or some sort of a breakout above the 4H area, right? So again, remember this, that we have this 4H imbalance all the way up here, and most likely gold can start to spike up. So this 21 level, right? 1921.06. I think a buy position is about to set up as soon as we start to break past the highs over here. Actually, you know what? Let's give this a go. 5 pips above. If let's say, hold on a second, I'll tell you if we can take this. Actually, you know what? We're gonna give it a go in the next 15 minutes. Are you ready, by the way? Right? Okay. We're going to look for this buy position above here, because I can see it pumping all the way up, but in the next 15 minutes, because essentially what's happening is, because your 4H is still super bearish, I need to see at least one closure above this area, at least, because what they can be doing now is they can be retesting this same resistance area, and then from there start to drive the price down. Okay, let's wait for the first 15 minutes to give us a closure here, and then we're going to look for this buy position here. Okay, I am expecting some sort of a correction on the intraday as well. Daily 50% all the way up there, and it makes perfect sense for them to start driving the price all the way to the top side. So let's look for this position here. We are going to wait for the first 15 minutes, and then so the second 15 minute essentially is going to give us this buy position. Okay, perfect.
At the break of the 15 minutes.
Yeah, but first we need a closure.
Yeah, but
Once we have
next
a
one, but on the break, the previous, when the next
depends.
one.
I'll tell you. It depends. Not
Okay, okay.
no. It depends. I want to see the way they close the markets first. I want to see some sort of decent closures first. Otherwise, no. I'm going to stay out of it. I'll let you know if the position is valid. Not yet. It's too early. It's too impulsive. But because the thing is, when you're trading against such bearish momentum, you need to wait for those confirmations. But it makes perfect sense for them to actually start taking the price up today. They do need to give you that sort of correction. But again, because we're going against such bearish momentum, we do need some sort of a confirmation, at least a 15-minute closure. If we do not even have a 15-minute closure, it's becoming a bit tricky. But if we can now start to see a 15-minute bullish closure, previous candle has broken past the highs of the 30-minute candle, it becomes a very decent trade in my opinion. Very decent trade. And essentially you're looking for that 50% retest on the previous 4H candle as well, right? So you want to see price slicing through this area here, like going past this 18 or 8.67 level. This will be the 4H 50% retest and potentially break past it. Oh. So essentially what we are looking for is we're looking for the 4H 50% breakout here. And then I'm anticipating a daily 50% retest, and potentially a daily 50% retest, and then daily 50% breakout, and that's where we're going to start spiking up to the daily highs. And if we can get a daily highs breakout, let's say if gold can sort of like go past the daily highs, that's when it makes perfect sense for us to start looking for this scenario to the top side. Again, major imbalance up here, right? This 4H candle has left a major imbalance up here. Some sort of correction is required in the markets, but again, we need to look for those confirmations. I will also look for sell positions. I will have to analyze the markets for me to anticipate. Well, let's wait for this to set up first before we look for the sell positions. But it makes perfect sense for them to also start giving you the sell-off as well, because again, markets are super bearish. We can also look for that downside play. The whole daily candle has only moved about 100 pips, but the thing is, right, even though the daily has moved only 100 pips, you need to also understand this is not just the daily lows, this is the weekly lows as well as the monthly lows. So you're sort of selling the monthly lows, the weekly lows, and you guys know where the monthly is trading at. The monthly is literally trading at that 4H imbalance. It's trading at the correction level, right? So you need to be extra picky with the sell positions. So I think the safest play for me will be to look for a correction and then a dump. That's when I'll be interested in a sell position. But yeah, let's give this buy position a go. If we can get some sort of a bullish closure up here, and the next 15 minutes can start to break past this area, because you're starting to respect this key level of ours once again, which is that sort of resistance level I've shown you guys to the left. It is a major level, major resistance level on the monthly. And so if they are forming some sort of range here, consolidation, again, what is consolidation? Consolidation is technically accumulation of orders, right? If it's accumulation of orders, especially happening at the monthly resistance area, you know, that's plenty of orders for them to start giving us this pump. So yeah, interested in this buy position here, but again, it needs to be taken in a little bit when we do have a confirmation above this area. So if we can get a closure above this, guys, we've got clean range to the top side. Again, everything is quite sustainable in terms of like the price action. We have the upper wicks, we have everything there in the markets, right? So at this point, all we need to really do is just wait for the confirmation. So we need technically need this candle here to start rejecting, give us something above the 50% area, and I think then it's a clean play to the top side. Because again, look at this dump, it did give us that retest earlier, so everything is correction, so it has no business giving you that sort of second retest now. It technically just needs to give you dump at this point if they want to drive the price down. If they do want to drive the price down, maybe even looking at the 4H. Again, it's only a 100 pip candle, which we are trading on the intraday. You could definitely get a nice clean sell-off as well. You definitely could, but again, do you want to sell the monthly lows, the weekly lows, the daily lows? It's a bit dangerous in my opinion. It can work out for sure, but your daily support is creeping just down here, 16 pips. I don't think I'm interested in selling the markets. If this buy position sets up, again, keyword, if it sets up, I'm interested. Otherwise, I will be staying out of it. So I think what we need is, we technically need a closure above this on the first 15 minutes, and then the second 15 minutes needs to give us a pump. But we need an engulfing bullish closure. If we don't get engulfing bullish closure, we will be staying out of it. But this is the rough idea of what I'm looking for. Makes perfect sense, looking for that intraday high to be retested, and essentially if I can get engulfing bullish closure, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit here. Entry above this breakout area, this will be essentially your entry, 5 pips above. SOs below this, your take profit area again up there. Where would you want to make it risk-free? Or you do want to be smart about it, and you want to start making it risk-free essentially as soon as it starts to retest this 4H 50% area, right? As well as this monthly level. So this is where you would want to make it risk-free. In the next 5 minutes, if it does start to break past this area, that's the entry, clean entry. SLs go below the lows over here, 5 pips below, about 26 pip SL so far. And your risk-free area will be the 4H 50% area. This is the 4H 50% area. This is essentially where you want to make it risk-free, right? Too many rejections. Oh, it's starting to spike up now as well. Make it risk-free. So this is where you essentially want to make it risk-free. Again, we're looking for something in the next 4 minutes, not yet. With the new 15-minute open, I am interested in this, but as I said, it needs to give me an engulfing bullish closure first, and then the next candle technically needs to give me a pump. Now I have the 30-minute breaking the highs, I have the 15-minute giving me the bullish closure above this area here. I just need the next candle to break above again, and you know, we're literally buying the intraday highs, intraday lows, apologies, the weekly lows as well as the monthly lows. So we're sort of buying gold at, you know, at a very cheap price. So this is where they can drive the price up, and you know, you want to apply risk management as soon as this area here gets hit. This is essentially your risk-free area. This is where you want to take some profits, and you want to make it risk-free. This is your take profit area basically. You want to make it risk-free. This will be your entry area. Oh, spiking, spiking, spiking. In the next 2 minutes, this will be your entry area. In the next 2 minutes. You can start making it risk-free up there somewhere, right? Need an engulfing bullish closure. Let's see how big the SL will be right now. Essentially 30 pips, not bad at all, not bad at all. Need an engulfing bullish closure on this. So the next candle technically needs to give us a minimum pullback and start pumping past this area. So now your TPs will be here. Fair enough. You can make it risk-free up here, give it a little bit more room to technically start pumping up. Around that 10-12 pip mark, you want to start making it risk-free. And then from there, again, the TP2 area, which will be the main TP area, will essentially be this level here, right? This will be your main TP area potentially. Has it gone past 5 pips at least? Yes, it has. So even going based on the previous 30-minute candle, has it gone past 5 pips? Well, if it breaks the highs again with the next 15-minute open, then yeah, it's a 5 pip breakout. Okay, so it becomes a valid breakout as well. And again, very, very low, very low on gold at the moment. So I think above this now we have a safer trade setting up. Just some sort of a correction we're looking to take. You will want to, as I said, target this area here where you do want to make it risk-free, which will be the TP1 area, because what can happen is they can start rejecting the price from up here, and this will allow you to take some profits, 10-12 pips, make it risk-free. And there we go, guys. Good luck if you do take it.
And the break of size or 5 pips?
Yeah, it is a valid position. It's a very valid position.
Okay.
It makes sense.
So
But it's just one thing I'm looking to see is the behavior of the markets, man. It's sort of throwing me off a little bit. Because look at the spikiness. This is where I'm thinking, are they going to even clear this consolidation at the moment? But yeah, break of the highs is becoming a valid position. But they need to start giving you a clean breakout now. I don't want to see any correction or any pullbacks on this candle here, the way it's giving you that pullback. So above this, yes, but it depends how they start to kind of like correct the price now, what sort of a correction they give you in the markets. Because honestly, everything is now ready, right, to start pumping. Even on the hourly, we can see technically a breakout up here, right? Even the 1H is bullish. The previous 1H ended up closing as a support candle. So even just going based on the 1H time frame, you've got plenty of room to the top side, right? But I think you would need to again let this play out based off the 1H. The SOs will go below the lows, right? Below the lows of the 1H candle, at least 5 pips. And this is where you would sort of anticipate a breakout on the next 15 minutes. But again, are they ready to start pumping the price? That's the thing I'm worried about. Are they ready to pump the price, or are they going to consolidate the markets? That's what I'm thinking about now. Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's risk it for the biscuit. Above this, it makes sense. Everything makes sense. You know, it is a major monthly level. They do need to give you some sort of correction. We've got plenty of room to the top side. It does make sense above this area, but you want to make it literally risk-free. The only thing that's lacking is the momentum, right? That's the only thing lacking. But yeah, above this is a valid entry. Again, going based off the previous 30 minutes, bro, look for that 5 pip breakout, okay? Based off the previous 30 minutes, okay?
okay.
Yeah, so that's what makes it a valid entry, because you have the 30-minute confirmation now as well. You have literally plenty of room to the top side, and you do want to make it risk-free as soon as this area here gets tapped. This will be your risk-free area essentially, right? As soon as this starts to get tapped. Okay, be careful. Let it give you a breakout. Don't take it on the retest. Let it actually give you a breakout. Do not take it on the retest. And this is where you want to, as I said, start making it risk-free. It will be essentially, yeah, about 10 pips. Let's add an alert up here as well. The only thing I'm worried about is that we need some nice pump now so we can make it risk-free. This will be that 10 pip spike up where you want to make it risk-free. And then from there, you want to let the rest run. This will be the entry area now. As soon as it breaks past this area, again, there we go. Use your own broker prices, guys. It is a decent trade now. At this point, they need to kind of pump the price. You know, again, we saw the dodginess playing out with the 1 o'clock, and now half one usually gives you a clean pump. So as long as there is the NY open volatility here, need to technically just let this play out, right? It is a high confirmation trade. It has plenty of room to the top side as well. Technically, what you need to do now is you need to just let it play out. And as soon as it taps this range here, start making it risk-free, because you've got the new 4H creeping just around the corner as well. With the new 4H, hopefully we will get more momentum kicking in, and we can potentially see a retest of the daily 50% area, which is essentially about 33 pips away, right? Is about 33 pips away. We are buying the lows of the intraday range. We are buying the lows of the monthly. We are buying the lows of the weekly. So this is the cheapest price possible on gold if they want to take the price up. But what you can do is, because your stop loss is in a very decent place, right? You need to let this play out, make it risk-free as soon as your area up here gets hit. But if you do start to see signs of consolidation and it just doesn't go anywhere, you can always just come out of it. It's really up to you guys. I don't know what your trading plans are like, but at the moment, one thing I can really see is it's still very choppy, very choppy. It has given you a breakout. Your breakouts are there. You just need to technically let this play out now. It's a clean trade. All the breakouts are there. Everything is there. I think you sort of just need to let this play out now. Plenty of room to the top side. Plenty of room. You've got this area here as your TP2 area. You've got plenty of room to the top side. Plenty of room to the top side. In my opinion, this is a very decent trade. You just need to let this play out, and hopefully there is volatility in the markets. It's the New York session. There should be volatility in the markets. I don't see why not. Again, you know, you've got clean rejections from the lows. You know, as I said, look, we have the risk-free area up here as well. As soon as it spikes up more than 10 pips from the entry, make it risk-free. And essentially, this is where you want to start taking most of your profits. Your one-to-one area will be there all the way here, and your main target will be the daily highs. So you can see the R2R on this trade is quite massive. And if we can start breaking past the daily highs, your major area, the 4H imbalance area, is the thing that I'm really targeting, right? That's the main thing I'm targeting for the day. So you guys can see this trade has a potential of giving you 100 pips. The only thing is the volatility. If we have the volatility, we should be good to go. And this is where now we need the volatility to be on our side. Everything is there. The breakouts are there. Everything is there. Because we do have news coming in, hopefully we don't get stuck in a consolidation. But again, it's not something I can kind of like predict, or anyone can predict. Sort of need to just let it play out. Confirmations are there. And this is where it's a game of probabilities, right? And we have, how much time do we have left before the news kicks in? We have around 2:30 is when the news is, right? So you still got another
40 minutes.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time. So plenty of time. Your breakouts are there. Everything's there. Got a clean range to the top side as well. At this point, technically need to just let this play out. That's all it is. It's a very decent high confirmation trade. But if they do start to reject the price now, then I would recommend just staying out of the markets until you start to see the fundamentals kicking in. Because at that point, it's the fundamentals they're waiting for. And again, you kind of are trading against the trend at the moment, and it becomes a bit tricky whenever you trade against the trend. But at this point, you have a very high confirmation trade here. It's not just one candle that you are seeing. You have one bullish candle here, first rejection, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth rejection. But again, the issue is the consolidation, right? As long as we're within this consolidation, it becomes a bit tricky. So let's see how this kind of gives you a closure. If it does start to close as a rejection candle, then yes, the next one can open and drop. But to be fair with you guys, it's a very nice trade that we've taken here, and it's got plenty of room to the top side. Because even when it does start to break past this area, it needs to give you a wick fill area, right? So your wick fill area being at least a 4H 50% level. It hasn't even given you a retest of this. So I think the only thing that's lacking is the volatility, right? The volatile factor. But if they do start to break the price and start breaking below the lows, I would not recommend taking anything. I would recommend just staying out of it and waiting for the news to drop, because I think it will be just a clean consolidation at that point. But yeah, this is the trade. We have plenty of room to the top side. You sort of just need to let it play out, and just hopefully we don't get stuck in a consolidation, which is again a major possibility if they do want to wait for the news to kick in before they want to start driving the price down. Bro, price is also rejecting 1908, kind of acting like a resistance, to be honest. 1908. Yeah, I know, but the issue is the consolidation, bro. Usually during this session, it's going to go one way. But yeah, if it does start to reject this, look, again, we are trading against the trend, right? So if they want to take the price down, then most likely they're going to start breaking past this area. But look at your 1H. Your 1H has given you a breakout above. Your 30 minutes have given you a breakout above. So at this point, if they take us out, then they take us out. That's just part of the game. That's part of the probabilities. As long as your SOs are 5 pips below, that's the only thing that matters. But if it takes you out, then it takes you out. It's part of the game. That's just game of the probabilities, right? And today our streak would come to an end if I get taken out here. Man, today's the day they're supposed to give us the ED. But it's fine. Let's see. Let's see. You just kind of got to let this play out, to be fair. Because you got plenty and plenty of room to the top side. And this is where, again, you know, trading is just a game of probabilities. At the moment, look, your structure lows are all the way down here. As long as you're trading within this thing, it's a valid position. It's a good position that you've taken. It's a very high confirmation position that you've taken. You just need to let it play out. It's very simple. Very, very simple. Nuno, press the button. Yeah, man. The markets are kind of stuck, guys. Because how long have we been consolidating for now? We started the consolidation around 11. Oh, 12-1. It's been a 3-hour consolidation. Yeah, markets are kind of in a consolidation. But yeah, as long as we're within this, your trade is still valid. If it breaks below this, as I said, more than 5 pips, then it becomes invalid and your stop losses get hit. Otherwise, guys, you kind of just have to let this play out. It's a valid position and you need to let it play out. You need to put trust in your analysis. You know, it's at all-time lows on the monthly, the weekly, the daily. It's the cheapest price possible for them to start taking it up. But if it's in a consolidation, then obviously there is not much we can really do. We technically are trading against the trend, which is always a bit hard to do, right? But if it is a consolidation and then there's not much we can do, it will be a session. It will be a loss here. It will be a loss here, and our streak will come to an end. But at the moment, it's a very decent trade that we've taken. Look, your 1H confirmation's there. Your 30-minute confirmation is there. It's not that I've taken it on a 5 minutes, right? It's taken on the higher time frames. And again, a very decent breakout, guys. It's given you a very decent breakout. So the only issue is at the moment that they're consolidating the markets, right? That's the only issue. This is literally the only problem, that the markets are in a consolidation, as you guys can see here. During something like this, there's not much you can do. Now you just have to let your trade play out. Make sure your stop losses are 5 pips below the structure lows. As soon as it spikes up 10 pips, make it risk-free if it spikes up. Otherwise, yeah, I will be calling it a session here. Since I haven't taken a loss for more than 2 weeks now, if the markets do take me out today, then yeah, I will be done here. Because usually one thing I've noticed about myself is usually the consolidations when I get taken out, because they don't want to go anywhere. They don't want to go up. They don't want to go down. There's not much I can do, right? But at the moment, the trade is still valid as long as we're still within this consolidation, right? But if it breaks below, then fair enough. It's a day where we will be calling it a losing session here. Not really a losing session. We can give more trades up, but for my accounts personally, I will be done here, right? But that's the thing. I am willing to enter more positions up here, but again, I will not be interested as long as I said, we have some sort of spikiness kicking in. Because at the moment, markets are in a massive consolidation, so it's not really advisable to take anything until we actually get the news kicking in, right? Until then, you just have this position. You want to let this play out, and hopefully, guys, one more position will show up once this position gives us our TP. It's still a valid position. This is just a pullback, which is part of the game. And so, you know, it's not an invalid position. This is still a valid position. But again, the choppiness, right? Bro, have a look at the weekly. If the current candle breaks below the daily lows, there is a clean range till 1870. Bro, trust me, I have looked at the weekly and the monthly. I know what I'm doing. Trust me, my friend. I know what I'm doing. Any positions that I take are very high probability positions. We don't take random positions. So trust me, I know exactly what I'm doing on this position as well. The thing is, right, there is a clean range, but you need to also understand, are you trying to sell the weekly lows when it's tapping into this area here? You need to look to the left, bro, what it's tapping into. Be very careful. Very, very careful when you're trading at the weekly lows. You're trading at the daily lows. Look at the rejections that you get here. Always look at the wicks as well. That's one tip if I can give you guys. Always look at the wicks as well. Don't just look at the bodies. Always look at the wicks. So this is actually a very sensible position. Even though we're going against the trend, it's a very sensible position. The only issue is the consolidation, which again, I can't do anything about a consolidation, right? All I can do is just let this play out. There's not much else I can do about the consolidation other than letting this play out, right? but it's a very decent position that we've taken here. They took the liquidity out below here, double bottom, and now they've given you the breakout which we needed. At this point, two ways this goes. Either they take us out, which is fair enough, or they give us our TP. Has the stop loss been hit yet? No, it's there for a reason. Is it still a valid trade? Yes. So what do you need to do? Let it play out. It's very simple. So there we go. If it ends up being a breather candle, next one breaks the highs, bingo. If it breaks the lows, then fair enough. But at the moment, it's in a consolidation, guys. It's still in a consolidation. Just let it play out, man. Let the trade play out. Taking it, let it play out. New 4H usually is super volatile, so hopefully, fingers crossed, with the 4H, we can get some sort of volatility kicking in to the top side and not to the downside, because usually it's a one-sided play with the 4H. So let's just see what they do with the 4H now. And if you are not interested in this, it's literally trading at not even the 50% mark. You can take yourself out now rather than letting this go against you if you don't like it. We're letting the trade play out personally. But if you don't like it, come out of it, because you know the 4H is volatile and it's still consolidating. You can just wait for a breakout and re-enter. It's up to you. You see, Uber, let me tell you one thing, bro. When it comes to the ranges, always look for the wicks, my brother. Always look for the wicks. Because trust me, you don't want to look just for the bodies. Because wicks are mostly wicks are the destinations and the rejection areas, right? So always look for the wicks as well as the bodies. Because you got to understand, within our body, right, there will be wicks. If let's say this is a monthly body, within this, there will be the daily wicks. There will be the weekly wicks. So always look for the wicks. Okay. Do you only trade gold? Yes, sir. We only trade gold. That's why we've had a crazy win rate for the past 2+ weeks. How many days has it been since we've taken a loss now, Nuno?
Bro, I don't even remember, man.
We don't even remember last time we took a
Okay,
loss.
let me see.
Yeah, but I think
Last
one thing about me is I know usually the days that go against me is the days when markets are consolidating, because it doesn't go anywhere, does it?
Yeah, last day was 5
We
of
took a
June.
loss on 5th of June when we took a loss.
5, yeah.
Oof, that was like it's been, so you're telling me it's been more than 2 weeks since we've taken a loss. That's crazy.
We have BHs.
Yeah, but it's part of the game. There's not much you can do about it. If it goes, it goes. Let it go. The 4H ended up closing bearish as well. Let's see what they do, man. Let's see what they do. The 4H is closing bearish as well at this point. Everything is quite bearish. You know, there is a very high chance that yes, they will take the lows out, and either that or they will give you a very nasty pump from this area here as well. Either way, even if they do take the lows out, you have a very nice range to the downside. But as I mentioned earlier, it's a bit hard looking for those sell positions below this. Can it work out? To be completely honest with you, yes, it can drop even 100 pips below this. It really can. Yeah, you're right, bro. Just had a look, lol. There's a lot of wick rejections at the daily low level. Exactly, bro. This is the perfect area for you to start buying gold, because again, understand this is the lowest price possible. So trust me, I'm not going against the trend just because, you know, gold has dropped a lot on the daily. There are a lot of confluences for this trade to play out. The monthly is retesting these key levels, the weekly confluence is there, the daily confluence is there. So I've got 3 major confluences from the higher time frames, and then we had the confirmation on the lower time frames, right? At this point, look, when you have such a high probability trade and it goes against you, that's just a game of probabilities, right? There's not much I can do about it because no trader has 100% win rate. But again, I can still let this trade play out because I have confidence in this trade, because I've taken a very decent entry, right? It's not like I just saw a 1-minute spike and I took it. It's a very good confirmation. You know, this is usually what we take. And so the only issue right now is that the markets are consolidating, right? The markets are consolidating. So you just need to let it play out, right? Other than that, there's not much you can do other than letting this play out. Your stop losses are all the way down there. Your risk-free area is all the way up here. Your take profits are up there. You don't have anything that you can do at the moment. Well, you can come out of it if you're not comfortable, and you can just not take the full loss. This will be half the loss that you can take, even less than half the loss if you like, since you're only down like, you know. But if you want to let the trade play out because it is a high confirmation trade, high probability trade, then don't worry about it, because you know you've got appropriate risk running on this, so it shouldn't really affect you, right? It shouldn't affect you whatsoever. If it takes you out, it's just part of the game. It's a game of probabilities. There are no 100% win rates in this game. And look, at the end of the day, I'm here for the education, not the BS. You have to embrace losses because you will learn from the losses. One of my weaknesses is the consolidations. I don't lose, but the minute markets start to consolidate, these breakouts just become fake outs, right? And there's no way for me to predict consolidations. I don't think anyone can predict consolidations, right? Or even anticipate a consolidation. So on these days, guys, that's when I usually take losses personally. When the markets are moving, I don't take losses. I'm very good when the markets are moving. But when the markets are not moving, on those days I can take losses, because the confirmations that I look for, they start to not play out. Because look, you have the breakout here, right? And you've got clean range to the top side. So it actually technically has no business breaking below this, right? So if it breaks below this, then it means the market conditions are not in our favor. Until then, this is a valid trade and we need to let this play out. Does that make sense, right? It's a very high confirmation trade. But again, part of game is taking losses, and it's a game of probabilities. And so you just need to let it play out, right? And usually you guys know that I don't go against the trend, but today it makes sense because you're rejecting from major levels. This is the monthly lows, the weekly lows, the daily lows. This is not just the daily lows that I'm buying, right? This is major levels, major rejections looking to the left. There is a reason I'm looking for buy positions here, and I had the confirmations. Look to your weekly, look at this level here, look to your monthly. This is a resistance level on your monthly. Again, is always tricky taking a trade against the trend, because the most safest trade, not safest because as long as your risk is calculated, is always a safe trade, right? But it can go against you, the trades, when you do trade against the trend. So guys, 5 pips below this, the SLs will get hit for us personally. Again, all about transparency, and if it is a losing day for me today, then it's a losing day for me. 1904.98. 5 pips below this is the SLs. 5 pips above is always the entries, remember? So this is it. All about transparency. This goes off, I'm out. All about transparency here. We tell you when we win and we show you when we lose as well, which again is part of the game. You need to embrace it. But one thing about us though, if we do take a loss here, trust me, we're not taking any more trades, because that's the best thing about us. If we do take a loss, we're very disciplined. We don't touch the markets. We will come back tomorrow, recover the loss the day after, hit our profit target. It's about the profitability factor by the end of the week or by the end of the month. It really just depends, right? But let's see what they do today. The trades are still valid. Everything is still valid. If they do break below the lows, then yes, fair enough. The trade will come to an end. But until then, yeah, it's a very valid trade. It made sense. But again, we kind of got stuck in the consolidation, which was one of my fears. But it is what it is. Not much we can do about it. Just got to let this play out. But one thing I do want to recommend, the minute if this trade goes in our favor, the minute it spikes up, make it risk-free. But until then, let the trade play out, guys. Don't be scared. It's a high confirmation trade. Why would you be scared, man? Let the trades play out. We've been doing it for so many years. Do you think we're scared of pullbacks? We're not scared of pullbacks, guys. Stop losses are in decent places for a reason. You know, just let it play out. Damn, you see the rejections from the lows as well? This is the signs of consolidation. It's not going anywhere. And this is exactly what I was afraid of. It goes down, it rejects. It goes up, it rejects. It's not going to respect anything at this point now. If it is a consolidation, unfortunately. You guys can see it went down, fully rejected again. No emotions, chat. Yes, sir. No emotions attached. Because look, usually when we are winning, we don't get emotional, do we? When the profits are running deep, why would you get emotional when the trade is kind of like in a pullback phase? It's just a pullback, right? The stop losses are there for a reason. So as long as the stop loss is not getting hit, your lows are still being respected. It's just a pullback, right? You just need to let it play out. But yeah, the thing is, I think one thing which you need to now understand is that markets are technically consolidating, because usually during this time is very volatile, right? So if it is a consolidation, then first of all, if it's not a consolidation, they need to respect the lows here, right? But if it's a consolidation, then I think the highs and the lows, the breakouts become invalid. Then I think the confirmation that we had becomes invalid, right? But until then, guys, we still have the confirmation that we look for to buy gold. Everything is there. Man, you need some sort of a correction in the markets as well. But again, it's in a downtrend, so if they want to carry on selling the price, then they want to carry on selling the price. It's not anything that I'm concerned with. As long as we are taking calculated losses, is part of the game. Again, no one can do 100% win rates, but if you're risking even £1,000 per trade, you can, even if you take 5 losses in a month, 20 trading days by the way, you're hitting 10k profit. So trust me, losses are not something you can avoid. It's how you deal with the losses. After this loss, are you going to be angry and revenge trade? For us, after this loss, best believe I'm not taking any more trades, you know. But it's about how you deal with those losses is what makes you. And trust me, this trade here is a very high probability trade. But the keyword is probability. Is there anything that I've done wrong here? Not really. One thing I can see is that the markets are consolidating. Maybe I could have avoided the consolidation by waiting for a closure here. Fair enough, I could have done that, but it's the most volatile session that I'm trading on gold. So how can I predict that gold was going to consolidate during this session? It's again emphasis on this is a game of probabilities. You can't do anything about it. So guys, again, be careful. 5 pips below, make sure you're taking your positions out, and then this will be a day done here for us. Stop losses are there for a reason. Make sure you always place stop losses, appropriate risk management. Losses need to be controlled. Taking a loss doesn't make you a bad trader. Taking a loss is part of the game. A part of the game is all about transparency here. Just make sure you control the losses and do not let your losses be bigger than what they're supposed to be. At this point, we got taken out at 5 pips. Nuno, you were out, right? On 5 pips. Can't hear you.
I get kind of crazy slippage, bro.
You did?
Yeah, man. Shh. Jesus.
Where was the stop loss?
Bro, is 5 pips below?
Okay. Same.
But
You guys got
but
slippage on this.
yeah, man. For me, crazy slippage, bro. Not crazy, you know, but like a
Nah,
nice slippage,
it
bro.
shouldn't be crazy, bro. It's only dropped like 10 pips. Shouldn't be crazy slippage, man.
Yeah,
Crazy slippage is like 100 pips. It's not crazy
yeah,
slippage.
bro. Not crazy, but
No. Don't scare the people here, man. It's dropped 10 pips, not 100 pips. It's not crazy slippage. It's just a normal slippage.
yeah, okay.
That's fine. So guys, today, look, all about transparency. Our winning streak has ended. But to be honest with you, I am a bit tired today as well because of Eid. I had to wake up so early to pray, so I am a bit sleep deprived today as well.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy
but
got slippage.
at this point,
Yeah.
look, we still will be giving out more trades here, but personally, we're not touching anything because let me tell you, we haven't taken a loss for a very long time. So one thing I've also realized is when you take a loss after a very long time, you need to let the loss kind of like kick in, settle down, and then you start to again increase your risk. Okay. But yeah, to be honest with you, we will look for something, but you need to wait for the news to drop. Once the news drops, that's when you want to start looking for more trades. At the moment, guys, markets are consolidating. It's very dangerous. Don't look for anything. Stay out of the market. Wait for the news to drop, and then you can start looking for something because sales are not going to play out. Buyers are not going to play out. Markets are consolidating. When markets are consolidating, they will not go anywhere. They will take you out. They will take you out. This is where they're grabbing liquidity, right? So be smart about this. Stay out of the markets. You will actually see now it's starting to reject and pumping back up. Why would I do that? Well, it's because the markets are consolidating. There's nothing you can do about this as a trader. So again, the positions are valid, but you need to wait for the consolidations to be done with. So at the moment the markets are consolidating. Wait for the positions to set up. Wait for maybe the look at this. See, the trade is still valid, right? I'll be so honest with you guys. Look, everything is still valid. So it's not that we are wrong. It still most likely will pump, or even drop. But at the moment, markets are consolidating. Can you guys see how it's again rejecting after dropping? That's what happens. You got to understand now, people started to sell the markets, hey, and they're getting taken out. This is how they take your money. This is how they generate liquidity. There is not much you can do about it, because look, if you're trading 20 days in a week, right? There will be a day when you technically will get taken out. It's part of the game. I'm here to, be 100% transparent with you guys and not BS you guys, right? But on these days, you need to really understand, look, how can you control those losses? So what we do is, look, we have a risk management sheet. We have so many things we have in place, right, that we implement. On these days, what you need to do is, first of all, analyze why did you take that loss. For us, it's because of a consolidation. There's nothing else we've done. What could you have done to avoid that loss? Well, wait for the consolidation to be done with. But is there a way for you to predict that? Not really. So on these days, guys, this is like a good loss, right? On these days, you cannot avoid a loss. Does that make sense? This is a good loss because it's in a consolidation, and there was no way for us to, predict something like this. So this is a good loss. And the only time I actually lose in the markets is when there is a consolidation, right? Unfortunately, you guys can see even the 1 minute time frame, markets are just ranging. Markets are just in a clean consolidation. As you can see, it's still pumping back up, and there's not much we can do about it, unfortunately. It's just a clean consolidation at the moment because, oh, damn, look at that pump. Yeah, you technically just need to let it do its thing now. Yeah, so I don't recommend taking anything even above the highs or below the lows because it's very dangerous at the moment. Let them let the fundamentals kick in the next 14 minutes, and then we'll analyze the markets again and see what we can take. But I would recommend just staying out of the markets. Man, golden celebrating Eid today, it seems. Yeah, man, it's consolidating. Bro, let me tell you one thing, guys. Try and hear this out. Trust me when I say this. You want to hear this out. These days, people blow up their accounts. Let me tell you why they blow up their accounts. Because no matter how good of a strategy you have, no strategy has 100% win rate. On these days, people blow up their accounts because they will start buying the markets as soon as it pumps up. Guess what? It's going to take you out if you start buying the markets. As soon as it drops, they're going to start selling. Look at that. Everyone here who sold the markets is in deep trouble now. So is this a sell position? You guys can see it for yourself. It's not a sell position. This is what you call consolidation. On these days, guys, trust me, stay out of the markets. It's in a consolidation. It's in a consolidation. When markets are in a consolidation, stay out of them. Stay out of the markets. Trust me, you don't want to take anything here until you know for sure the consolidation has been cleared. And again, the analysis that I've given out, guys, they are top tier analysis, and most likely it will still play out. But again, you need to wait for the consolidation to be done with. And at the moment, markets are in a clean consolidation. But this is where the 4H now technically is forming that double rejection again. So, man, yeah, sky's the limit, to be fair. Let's see what they do. Look at this. Yeah, just very bad market conditions today, unfortunately. Bad market conditions today.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is
What?
what it is.
Just watch, bro. No.
It is what it is. Yeah, man, it's in a...
Watch the pump. Watch the
Yeah,
pump.
bro. It's a clean consolidation today. Watch. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, man. Clean consolidation. Even now, even though it can pump, I would just recommend being careful, to be fair. Be very careful.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is not clean market conditions. You can't do much here, honestly. Be very careful. That's all I'm saying, guys.
I was gonna say that it's gonna like pump and then drop again.
Yeah, it can pump, but it's gonna start dropping again. But yeah, there you go. That's the pump. This is what you call consolidation. Look at it now. Again, pumping all the way back up. Bro, everyone that started selling the markets. Oh Lord. This is what you call consolidation. Imagine everyone who sold the markets here now. They literally instant drawdown. They started selling the markets here, instant drawdown. Start buying the markets here, instant drawdown. Yeah, just be very careful here, guys. Be very, very careful here. Instant drawdowns here today.
Was a very nice trade, bro. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest with you, there's not much you can really do here. It was very good analysis, very good trade, but yeah, market conditions are not in our favor today. And as traders, that's one thing you will need to understand. And the quicker you learn this, the quicker you will start to, get good at trading. I'll be honest with you guys, because a lot of the times I think it's because of the BS that's out there as well. Like on Instagram, every day they just post profits, and that's why we don't usually post our profits either. Because guys, honestly, profits are very relative. It depends on how much capital you have, and everyone has losing days. People just don't show the losing days, but losing days are very important for you. As long as your R2Rs are positive, tomorrow the losing day will be recovered for us because we have R2Rs which are positive. But when you have a loss that's going to wipe out like your monthly profits or weekly profits, that's when the issue occurs, guys. For us, it's very calculated, right? Everything we do is very, very calculated. We have set amount of money that we use per trade using this, right? Because on Magic Keys, you can have an option where you can actually risk X amount of P&O. So as an example, I can risk maybe £250 every single trade. So all I need to do is just make sure that whenever I'm losing, I don't lose more than £250, right? Or whenever I'm winning, I win £250. So you guys need to keep this in your mind. Always keep it in your mind. So look at this now. Is again rejecting. As I said, look, if you want to be smart about it today, don't take anything, guys. Honestly, the markets are consolidating. These days are very normal. Like, this is part of the market cycle. That's where if you are educated, you will get very nice movement in the markets, and then you will also face something like this, which is a consolidation, right? During these days, again, protect your capital, protect your money. Make sure you have a loss limit in place. Like, you know what? We'll do something educational today just to teach you guys some risk management. Okay, look, I'm going to annotate something here on the screen, and as I said, guys, make sure don't take these trades because the markets are consolidating. Even so, do not take them. The markets are consolidating, right? If you're joining now, don't take it. The markets are consolidating. Don't take the buyers, don't take the sells. Stay out of the market. Okay, as an example, right? You average out, let's say, 5 trades a week. Okay, this is week 1. Okay, you have how many weeks in a month? Try and understand this. This will be very good for your journey as a trader. Okay, Nuno, can we we've been tracking everything for this month, right?
Yep.
So, bro, can you tell me if Monday was a win or a loss? I think Monday was a loss, right? The week 1, and we have 5. So look, I'll do this in front of you guys because try and understand this, guys. This will be really good for you. So this is Monday. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's just say week 1. This is Monday, Tuesday,
Monday was
Wednesday,
a loss.
Thursday, Friday. Okay, this is week 2. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, so what was Tuesday?
Win.
Okay, what was Wednesday?
Win.
Thursday?
Win.
Friday?
Win.
Okay, so it means if my risk over here was, let's say, £250 per trade, it means straight away I was down £250. Okay, I was minus £250. On Tuesday, we ended up being break even. Now on Wednesday, we ended up being in £250 profit. Then rest of the week, you can see we added up another 2 wins, right? So we ended up the week equals plus 750 profit. Do you see it, right? £750 profits. Does that make sense? So now, what about week 2, bro? Monday, was it a win or a loss?
Win.
Win. What about Tuesday?
Win.
Wednesday?
Win.
Thursday and Friday? Win?
BE.
BE? Okay, that's
BE
BE.
on Thursday and 1 win on Friday.
Okay, so it means we had 4 wins, right? It means we're basically, if we're risking about 250, we're up £1,000 in profits here, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now risk week 3. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Week
Thursday,
3.
Friday.
Yeah, week 3 was all wins.
All wins, right? Did we take a trade every single day? So 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5. Okay, that's a good week then. So we ended up making what, 1.2k, let's say, on this. And now this is the week 4, right? So what was the date today? Monday. Did we take anything? We gave out a trade on the stream, right?
On Monday? No,
Yeah.
no.
No, we didn't take
Monday.
anything? No?
Monday
Okay.
was no trade day.
Okay, Tuesday
Was a win.
was a win. And today?
Was.
So that means we're 0 for the week. Do you guys understand how it works? As long as you're risking the same amount every day, you just need to let the probabilities play out. But imagine now, if I start taking, rather than letting my 20 trades in a week play out, I exceed this to 100 trades today because I've taken a loss. The whole system stops working, right? The whole system will stop working. So you guys need to understand, right? So far, we've sort of like been on a crazy win rate, 80-90% win rate. So again, understand, guys, this is education that you need if you want to become good at trading. This is something you really need to understand, how the system works, how the probabilities play out, right? Unless you can do this every single month, you cannot survive in this business. Because think about it, right? Imagine if I go crazy today and I start taking 10 more trades, and because I'm revenge trading, I'm all emotional, my whole account gets blown up because of one bad trading day. Think about it. So do you guys see how this is so important for you? The losses are very important as long as they are managed. Does that make sense? Again, was this trade a bad trade? No, look, it's not a bad trade because it came down and now it's going back up again. And look at this. Look, it's going back up now. There you go. Look at this. That's what you call consolidation, guys. It's basically just a consolidation. That's all it is, a consolidation. Literally. Well, if you want us to give you a tip, we recommend you stay out of the markets because markets are consolidating. And if you want to take it, be my guest and make it risk-free up there. It's really up to you guys.
It's one of the days that you need to have the ability to
Stay out. Exactly. Because look, everything about this trade was picture perfect. The only issue was the consolidation. And look at this now. It's pumping. There we go. Remember, everything could be picture perfect, but it could still go against you. So that's just part of this business, right? That's what you call trading. There you go. See, again, my analysis are playing out. It's not that I gave you guys a silly trade. It's just that market conditions are not in our favor. If a trade gets a loss, then avoid trade on that day. If trade gets profit, then next trade with lost profits as risk. It depends on your trading plan, bro, how you approach the markets. But yeah, If we take a loss in a day, we don't take any more trades. But it really just depends. But you can see the market conditions are kind of rubbish today. But, you know, again, it is starting to play out. What I said will happen is happening, right? It's just the garbage market conditions kind of like done what they did. But yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, and poll gonna start now, I think.
In the
Right?
next minute, yeah. This is the
Yeah.
New York Stock Exchange. Let's see with the NYSC if they're gonna take the price back down again or if they're gonna pump it back up now. But yeah, look at that. Yeah, to be honest with you, let's see what they do with the New York Stock Exchange open now. Got 1 more minute left here with the New York Stock Exchange open. Let's see what they do. Either they give you the nastiest spike now to the top side, which we were expecting, or they start dropping it again back to the same range, same nasty range. Let's see what they do. This is the New York Stock Exchange now. There you go. But oh man, even with NYSC, you see it spikes up, spikes down, spikes up, spikes down. There you go. Oh Lord, what did I tell you guys? I told you guys. I told you guys this was gonna happen anyway. But there you go. What did I tell you guys? Like, trust me, I don't take city trades. I really don't do that. I don't take city trades. It's part of the game. There's not much we can do about it. There you go. What did I tell you guys? See, again, look at this pump on gold. What did I tell you guys? Trust me, guys, I don't take city trades. Like, I've been doing it for many, many years, and these trades that I give up are top tier trades. I told you guys this was gonna happen. It's just that the market conditions were rubbish, which there's nothing we can do about it. Oh Lord, you know they had to consolidate the markets just to take me out today, but there you go. Look, told you guys this was gonna play out. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you. Oh Lord. Are you guys seeing this pump now on gold? This is where you would have made it bingo and just...
You to call the market maker to ask what the fuck is that that they
Crazy.
do today, man. The... You couldn't have like a...
Oh, you guys can see this. I did tell you gold's gonna pump today. I did tell you it's gonna pump today. Another session here where I was right, but golden rocket. Yeah, man. Did tell you it's gonna pump today. Look at this pump on gold. Wow. Wow. Guys, I'm pretty sure we deserve a like for 100% transparency at least. And again, being right about the analysis. But the garbage market conditions, there's not much I can do about it other than, you know, keep myself humble. That's okay, we can learn from this too. Yeah, bro, like the issue is there's not really much you can learn from garbage market conditions, to be fair. Like, as I said, yes, like we knew this was gonna happen, but we still stayed out, even though this was gonna happen, because the garbage market conditions, there's not much you can learn about the garbage market conditions, right? There is just not much you can do about it, other than stay out of the markets. Do we have any FOMO? Not really. Yes, did we stay out? Yes, we did. Do we have any FOMO? No. Why did we stay out? The market conditions are garbage. Did we anticipate this? Yes, we did. But again, guys, it's part of the game, right? Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and this is just one of those days. You kind of want to stay out, right? But it doesn't mean that it's not going to play out. It will play out, but again, very rubbish market conditions, and yeah, there you go. It's pumping very nicely at this point now, once again. So that's again a win in my book for being patient, disciplined, and just sticking with your plan. But there you go. See, again, I understand that gold was very bearish, but when I said it's going to pump up, I had my reasonings for it, right? And you guys can see how much is pumped up now. You know, I didn't just wake up today and I said, okay, you know what, I'm just going to, also could drop 100 pips, so loss is loss, always better protect account. Idea about trade was good. Exactly, it could also drop 100 pips as well, so it's smart staying out, because it could have again it could have gone against us as well, right? It really could have. But again, look, I don't trade against the trend, but today I knew why gold was going to pump up, and look, I was completely right. And this is your daily 50% area getting retested at this point, right? And from here, guys, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. If they do start to take it past this area here. There we go. But yeah, this is what you call consolidation. During consolidation, there's not much you can do as a trader. You just need to be very disciplined and have a loss limit in place. And again, don't let anyone who is not a trader tell you otherwise. Make sure, if you want to become an actual successful trader, understand how risk management works and just stick to your plan. Don't go into a negative loop, if you take a loss. Try and snap yourself out of it. Come back tomorrow, fresh mindset, and tackle the markets again. Not every day is not your day, guys. Every day is not your day. Try and understand this. The quicker you realize this, the better. So do I feel any sort of weight? No. This was the picture perfect trade that I could have taken today. And I didn't take it. It is what it is, because it didn't play out for me, right? And that's just that's what my trading plan says. Does it mean I start feeling a certain way? No. I'm actually super proud of myself, because this shows the characteristics of a professional trader. You need to understand, this is a character building day for me. And tomorrow when I'm back, when the markets are moving again, you guys know what we do in the markets. We don't play games. Everything's here recorded. Live sessions. We don't play games here. We literally have an insane win rate. But we are also very humble when we lose. We don't big ourselves up. We're very humble when we lose, which again is part of the game. So you need to understand, today there was a major possibility of us losing if we had taken this, right? Again, that's why we stayed out of the markets, but you can see the idea played out, which is part of the game. There's not much you can do about it. Some days you need to stay out of the markets. It's very, very simple. Very simple. The price section is quite garbage at the moment, and they're retesting the daily 50%. And this was literally a liquidity play in the markets, right? And there's not much you can do about it. It was everything was on point with this. Everything was on point with this. But the only thing was the liquidity play, which again is not something that you can really anticipate. Is just garbage market conditions, really. But again, the idea was completely right, and most likely they can start taking the price up even more if they can give you a break past this area. Otherwise, a resistance being established here will give you a very nice sell-off as well. So two things will happen now: either a nice breather candle, next one breaks the lows and they start selling the markets. Yeah, otherwise it's a clean pump again for the rest of the day. It just depends. But you guys can see the markets are actually consolidating still. The markets are actually very low in volatility, right? So if you have taken this position here again and you've made your money, I recommend that you call your session here. Otherwise, we will be staying here for another half an hour or so, because I want to see what they do during the NY session, because I know they can still take the price down. It's still in a bearish trend, and I was sort of just anticipating the daily 50% retest, but this is just very unfortunate, guys. There's not much you can do about it here. It's just a very unfortunate situation. This is called market manipulation at its finest. They have to take your money. 90% of the times we're very smart. We're on point, so they can't usually take our money, but today they have taken our money as well, which is fine. You got to give them something as well. You got to give them something. If they're giving you money 90% of the times, you got to give them back sometimes as well. Come on, guys. You have to. It's part of the game. But yeah, very rubbish market so far. And in my opinion, a very decent session once again. Because the analysis played out, and that would have been the TP done as well. Very, very nice play once again. Let me know, what could we have done to avoid this? Well, I think one thing we could have done to avoid this play here was to potentially just wait for a closure above this, because I think that's one thing we could have done. But to be fair, we did take it on this candle here, and it did give us a good decent closure, and then the next one again started to pump above. But I think, yeah, everything was there. Everything was there. It was picture perfect, the setup. Just the consolidation kind of like took you out, right? Did anyone take this position here? Let me know in the chat for the second time. Did you
Yeah,
guys
bro.
make...
Even this candle here takes some liquidity, you know?
Yeah, the liquidity play was there. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
On the daily lows, the liquidity play was there, because usually that's what happens with the what's it called, the NY open candle. They will give you something, right? So look, with the NY open, they try giving you the sell off, and that's where they started to break past the highs. You know, that's where the dodginess kind of kicked in. So this was essentially your retest again. But I think because the retest was not a 5 pip breakout, I think that's why they wanted to give you that significant breakout, right? And they gave you a significant breakout below this, and then now they've taken the price back up. But there we go. Guys, by the way, everyone else trading here, do you guys have risk management plans in place, or how exactly do you approach the markets? You know, because the way we approach the markets is very, very systematic. We've got the numbers backing us. We've got everything there. The edge, we know what edge we are trading every single day. Everything, we basically know everything that we do in the market. So everyone else watching, right? Let me know what your, like, how exactly do you trade? Like, first of all, for your account, what's the risk management plan that you have? What's your scaling plan? Do you know how many trades that you take in a month? Are you profitable yet? Let me know in the chat, guys. Maybe I can answer some questions and, you know, see if we can help you guys out. Again, is Eid today as well, so I don't want to stay on the markets for too long. Need to start heading home, spend some time with the family, so probably will be calling it a session here in the next 20 minutes, guys. So if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. If you are trading full time and you have made it systematic, let us know how exactly you've made your trading systematic. Been stuck in the BE phase for like 4 months now. Okay, so my question will be, Mike, first of all, do you have an edge in terms of, like, is your strategy profitable? What exactly is it that's making it BE? Like, how exactly does your P&O look? Like, you know, when you're winning compared to when you're losing, right? How exactly does it look, your P&L? So a healthy P&L should look like this, right? Let's say this is the baseline, 0. You're going up, slight drawdowns, up, slight drawdowns. That's how the healthy P&L should look. Unhealthy P&L should look like this. One big loss wipes out all the winners, right? So our P&L has been looking like this for the past 3 weeks. And this week, it's done this, right? You see, it's very healthy for you to have a pullback in your P&L curve as well. So it depends. So my question will be, are your losses smaller than your wins? Or are they do you at least have a 1-to-1 R2R on your wins and the losses? If the answer is yes, mainly not letting winners run is my biggest issue, no major losses. Okay, so when you say you do not let your winners run, again, my question is, right? Try and understand my question. If, let's say, you're risking £1,000 on your trade and you have 5 trading days, right? Each day your risk is £1,000, right? That means that's your loss limit. If it gets hit, you're out for the day. When you're winning now on these days, are you actually securing a minimum of £1,000 every single day when you win? That's what my question is. Because if you are securing a positive at least a minimum of 1-to-1 R2R, then you're completely fine. You're completely fine. You don't need to let it play out. As long as you understand what your win rate is, how many trades you have to take in any given month, it really just depends, right? That's my question. Are you securing a minimum of 1-to-1 R2R? If you are securing a minimum of 1-to-1 R2R, then again, my question will be, what exactly is your win rate? Then it's a game of win rate, right? Are you doing at least 60% win rate? Are you doing a 65% win rate? No, market was bearish and still is Market was bearish and still is. Yeah. At the moment, markets are still bearish. This was the target, the daily 50%, and still consolidating as well. Unfortunately, no. There you go. So that's the issue with you, Mike. That's why you're stuck in the break-even phase, right? Because your R2Rs are not positive. Even if they're not positive, the minimum you should aim for is 1-to-1 R2R. That's the thing, right? The education side you need to work on your strategy a little bit more. Look, it's a game of probabilities, right? If you're risking 20 pips on a trade, make sure you are securing a minimum of 20 pips by the end of the day, not by the look. Let me give you an example, right? This is going to help you here. So as an example, right, you have 20 pips to risk for the day. This could be £1,000, right? Imagine on your trade one, you're risking 20 pips. Imagine if you just secure like, 10 pips on this. Now, guess what? You have 30 pips that you can risk on the next trade. Can you not? Right? So imagine when you're risking your 30 pips now, all you need to secure is another 10 pips. So this allows you to have a 60 pip SL and you only need to secure 20 pips. But again, the outcome by the end of the day will be positive, right? Because your initial risk for the day was only $1,000, and by the end of the day, you're up $1,000. That's what you call a positive R2R. Does that make sense, right? This is something maybe you can start implementing, Mike. See if this works for you. You know, if you want to join our team, we can give you many strategies that you can implement, many risk management strategies that you can implement, right? But again, this only works if you stay disciplined, if you can control those losses, because these are the days which make you or break you. And you guys have seen it for your own eyes. We don't care about taking losses as part of the game. You know, we're not here to BS you and tell you, don't take a loss, don't take a loss, don't take a loss. You will take a loss. It's impossible to not take a loss. But it's again how you handle those losses. Can you keep it? Look, again, markets are in a clean consolidation. It's just a consolidation, but there we go. They're dropping the price now, but I was completely right when I said they will give you that 50% retest, right? But yeah, guys, I think we will be calling it a session here in the next 15 minutes. So at this point, markets are becoming super bearish. Again, with the New York Stock Exchange open, this was again expected. You have seen a retest of the daily 50% area, which was our target. Again, the major key level for us has been retested. So the scenario which we anticipated has played out. It's just very unfortunate they gave you that liquidity play and then pumped the price up, right? Market manipulation, it's a thing. You need to understand market manipulation is a thing, and on gold especially, the market manipulation, it's a major thing. The market manipulation, right? It's a major thing. You need to always be careful of the market manipulation. If you can again see the tricks, then you can avoid them. But guys, if you have any more questions, if you're struggling with your trading, ask us those questions. Otherwise, we will be calling it a session here. Is Eid here, so I want to go spend some time with my family as well. So if you have any questions, again, it's free education. Appreciate the advice. Let us know if you have any questions in the chat. We're more than happy to answer them. Any questions, even if you don't know what a pip is, I can answer them for you. Any questions you have, ask them. Otherwise, we will call it a session here. Come back tomorrow. Do what we do best. Kill the markets, right? But I think we will be done here for the session today. We don't take any big trades. We don't take any big losses. We don't exceed our loss limits. We're very disciplined. That's one thing you will have to understand about our trading. We're very disciplined, guys, and we will never try and recover our losses. Thank you so much for the help. Appreciate that, Ruslan. Appreciate that. And again, guys, always question something, right? If someone says they have 100% win rate, tell them to show you the history, and not like a weekly history or like 2 weeks. Tell them to at least show you a minimum of 6 months that they've had nothing but straight up winners. It's impossible, right? And if someone can show you upwards of what we can show you, 70+% win rate for the past 6 months, that's where the magic happens. But the only way this can work is if you let your system play out. And again, number of trades we take in a month is 20 trades. And so if we are risking £1,000 per trade, even if we aim for, let's say, 80%. So far we're on 2 losses, right? For the month, because one loss was for the first week and now we've taken the second loss. So
Yeah.
far we're running on 89% win rate, guys. 89% win rate for this month, basically. So the outcome for us that we're expecting by the end of this stream will be £15,000 profit just with 1-to-1 RTR and £1,000 risk. Now, if you increase the risk on the bigger accounts, you're expecting something upwards of this. So again, remember, we're running on 2 losses so far, I think. So this is what we're running on, 2 losses. On the bigger accounts, you can expect something like this. And this is 1-to-1 R2R. You're risking 3,000 to make 3,000, okay? We're not talking about the big R2Rs, by the way, just the 1-to-1 R2Rs. So again, it's all in front of your eyes. It's a numbers game. But the only way this works is if your losses can also stay at this number here. If you're risking £100 as an example, right? What could you have made with us? Let's say you have £100 risk per trade. So far, you would be up 1.6k in profits. But this again only works if you have the loss limit and you can respect the loss limit. If you cannot respect this and you're a mess after you take a loss and you start taking 10 more trades, 20 more trades, 30 more trades, you blow your account up, that's on you. Everything here is being tracked. Every single thing here that we do on stream is being tracked, is all here. So when we're saying these things, trust me, these are being tracked, right? Win, 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 win. But this only works if you can have the discipline it requires for the system to give you these profits, right? So again, understand your system. I don't know, maybe you have like £50 risk for the day. Let's see what happens. Again, you're up £750 for the month if you have copied all of our trades this month. Because we again are running on this kind of my bad, you're not up £750 because how many days do we have left? 2 more days left. So we can say 18 trades. Apologies. 18 trades because we still have 2 more days left, right? And so yeah, you're up this much. Anyway, we can get the Excel sheet. Guys, this is just for the private members. The Excel sheet, the stream, all of this is just for our private members. So we can't give this out to you unless you're in our team, because then it would not be fair on our private members. This is strictly just for the private members, guys, unfortunately. But again, if you have any question, I can give it to you. But that's the thing, guys. Our thing is very systematic, right? Our trading is super, super systematic. It's all backed by the playbook, by the numbers. Everything is there. Oh, look at this. Do you guys see this consolidation? Holy crap. Yeah, guys, look at this. See, stay out of this mess. Stay out of this mess. Just stay out of it. You're gonna blow your accounts up today. Bro, quick question. Is Raja your mentor or are you mixing his strategy with your own strategy? No, guys. Raja is not my mentor. I never took his course. I do not mix his strategy with my strategy because I don't know what his strategy is. But, I have a lot of respect for Raja because he did kind of like open this live stream space for all of us. But no, I think Nuno has taken Raja's course. Raja, is our strategy similar to Raja's strategy? Only you can answer this. I can't answer because I didn't take his course.
Yeah, some confluences, like the sport and resistance and sometimes the close above, that we wait, that kind of stuff. But no, bro, that's
No.
not like it, bro. Sport and resistance, like almost everyone needs to like kind of use it,
Yeah.
But the other things, like I think that's nothing
Yeah,
close
so
to Raj.
as an example, bro, if someone was to try and copy us by using Raja's terminologies or Raja's ideology, does it work or no? I don't think it works. You need to understand our concepts of trading because I don't think they talk about the liquidity plays, the psychological levels, and there's so much more. Because look, my strategy is just based on gold. I think his strategy is very mixed, isn't it? I think it's with GJ, gold, and other pays, but ours is just completely based on gold, our strategy here. So yeah, you can't mix our strategy with Raja's strategy. But again, guys, I want to make sure you guys understand how trading really works, and this is the honest truth about how trading works. You will take losses and you will take winners. But you need to understand it has to be very objective. On the day you take losses, how much can you lose? First of all, is the first thing you should know before you even press the buy button or you press the sell button. As an example, right? It's all a numbers games. Guys, once you become profitable, it's all about the numbers. Once you're profitable, this is, look, if you want to become profitable as a trader, as an example, right? You want to take a funding challenge of like 300, you want to pass the $300,000 account, or you want to pass the, let's say you want to get funded with $100,000, right? I think how much money do you need to make on the phase one? 8%, right? You need to make 8% on phase one. So look, 8% is what you need to make on phase one. So it means, guys, you need a 72% win rate. And again, 20 trades you can take in a month, right? Because you have 20 trading days in a month and you have a month to pass the phase one. So it means in order for you to pass the phase one, it requires you to have a 70% win rate, and it allows you to take 6 losses, and it just requires you to take 14 wins. But if you obviously take like 8 wins in a row, you've passed your phase one. But do you see how everything is very objective? And this is with 1-to-1 R2R. It means that you're risking 1% to make 1%. So now imagine if you have like bigger R2Rs, then everything changes, right? You just need to technically have a 50% win rate to pass the phase one. So you see, everything has to be very objective when you're trading. You need to understand what the outcome is for you by the end of the month. How many losses can you expect? How many wins can you expect? For us, realistically talking, what would you say, our win rate is so far, realistically?
Yeah, this month is kind of 90%, yeah.
Yeah. But usually past 6 months, I think we would say is
Yeah.
85% to 80 to 90%
80
is
to
our
90.
win rate. So for us, this is realistic now, right? We can expect losses as well, which is again part of the game, because no one has a 100% win rate, guys. If they say that, that's bullshit. I don't believe it. Tell them to show their history. If they had a 100% win rate, they will be trillionaires, right? So you will always need to remember this, because imagine if someone had a 100% win rate strategy, right? Why would you not like max out your account every single day? Like if I had a 100% win rate strategy, I would be risking all of my capital every single day. So this is where you need to always understand, right? No one has a 100% win rate. But when you take those losses are part of the game, right? Hey, my trading plan says if I want to make 8% this month, I can take 6 losses. If I want to make 12% this month, I can take 4 losses. So far, we're running on 2 losses. So we're expected to make 15% this month, just with the 1% risk as an example, right? So do you guys understand what actual trading is, right? So now this is just the risk management side of it. How do we now apply the risk management side? Look at this. We just input the numbers here, input the amount of risk we want to input every single day, and we just stick to one trade a day. It's very simple, and then there are ways we secure our one-to-ones. Again, we don't secure our one-to-one in one single trade. There are strategies behind how we also secure the one-to-one, because again, another thing you need to understand, right? You don't need to secure your one-to-one in one single position, because the outcome should be positive by the end of the trading day. So even if you have a positive outcome by the end of the trading day, as long as you haven't exceeded your loss limit, then it's a 1-to-1 R2R, right? So now think about it. If you're securing your one-to-ones and you're doing 80% win rate, now imagine you get funded with $300,000, right? You're like funded with $300,000. Now your risk goes up to $3,000 every trade. Guys, it's just a numbers. It's just numbers. That's all it is. It's just numbers. It still allows you to take losses. Look at this. Look at this. How many people do you know who are doing £1,000, £10,000, £12,000 profits every month from their businesses? Not many people, right? If you're making more than 6 figures a year, you're top percentile in terms of like how much wealth you have, or how much P&O you're making, right? So again, even with the 60% win rate, which allows you 8 losses, remember, what's the max drawdown you can have on these accounts before they take it away? 12%, right? So the only way you can lose this account is if you have a 40% win rate. By following our strategy, by following us to the T, there is no way you can blow these accounts up. So by following our trades, it's impossible for you guys to lose money. It is impossible. The only way you can lose money is if you are not in our private team, you don't have a trading plan, you don't have the risk management plan, you don't have the scaling plan, you don't know how we operate, then fair enough, you can lose money, right? Because maybe one day we might be risking like 100 pips, but for us, we don't really care how big the stop loss is because we're using magic keys to just input the risk. So even if it's 200 pips, we're still risking the same amount of money, right? It doesn't really matter how big the stop losses are. But maybe you don't understand the concepts and you are risking all of your account and boom, the trade goes against you. That's it, you've blown your money. So again, guys, understand the way we trade. The only way this works is if you also have a trading plan. If you do not have a trading plan, then you're just gambling. It's just straight up gambling. So understand how trading works. This is a business. Treat it like a business, right? Respect this business, and this business will pay you so much money. Like the amount of money you can make as a trader, it's insane, and you do not need a crazy win rate. We have a crazy win rate, but even with 60%, 65% win rate, you're doing $18,000. Example, let me give you an example, right? Oh snap, what did I do? Oops, my bad. Okay, let me give you another example, right, for motivation. So everyone understands, right, what copy traders are. This is what we personally use. We use copy traders, right? We connect all of these trading accounts and we trade them all together at once. So there are copy traders in place. So imagine now you have made, let's say, just $18,000, but you have two 300K accounts. Now just a 65% win rate. Look at that, $18,000 that you've made on one trading account now. You're still doing the same thing. It just doubles now. All of a sudden now you have a 65% win rate because your capital's gone up. You've made $36,000 in a single month. And you can do this now. The opportunities are there. You just need to get funded. And we can help you guys get funded because we have a crazy win rate. And again, we will give you the trading plans that you need, right? It's all about numbers. As long as you understand that it's all about numbers. Numbers will go up, numbers will go down. We don't see this as money. That's the thing, right? A lot of people, they will see this as money. But as traders, we don't see this as money. Because if I was to start seeing this as money, then my emotions will be all over the place. It's just a number. It goes up, it goes down. I don't care about the number. I don't care if I take a loss. Because I know the outcome that I will be able to, what I will be able to do by the end of the month. It's about the long-term vision. I do not care about this. I don't see this as £45,000. I don't care about this until it lands, until it hits my bank account. It's not money. It's just a trade. It's just a number we use to, either the number grows or the number goes down, right? It depends. If you're profitable, then it goes up. So again, stop seeing this as money, right? This is just a number. That's all it is. That's the kind of mindset I have as a trader. I've been doing it for many, many years. Because until you can get to that point, guys, it will be very hard for you to become profitable, because every penny that goes up or goes down, you will be like, oh, imagine I could do this with £20. Oh, £1,000, I could go buy those shoes. I could do this. I could do that. I could fly my family out with 2,000. Again, this is not money. It's just a number. Until it arrives into your bank account, then it's money. Does that make sense? Other than that, it's just a number, guys. And so if it's just a number and you have a plan in place and you know what you can do, why would you care about losses, right? The only time you will get in trouble is when you are not in the right psychological state. And that happens when, again, you have emotions related to this, because you start to, again, think about what you could have done this month with this much money or that much money. Whereas with us, we do not care. Trust me, guys, we don't care if we take losses. The only time I would start to be concerned is if I was to start taking like 7 losses or 8 losses in a single month, because that's not my win rate. We average out 80 to 90% every month. So the only time I will be concerned if I start to go past this 70% mark, then I'll be like, wait, there is something wrong. There's something I need to change. Clearly, So again, try and understand this, guys. It's key information. Many traders are not going to give you this because they don't do this for a living. They just do this here for the YouTube live streams. Like, we actually manage funds and we do this for a living. And this is some of the things we actually really do use on every single day. And so when you understand everything is backed up. So now, as an example, right? Cool. You've got the risk management side sorted. So now, what exactly are your scenarios? Do you guys know what your strategy is? We know what our strategy is. You know, I've built this strategy from scratch. This is my own strategy. No one else has this strategy, guys. Trust me when I say this. This is my strategy. This is my playbook now. And so my playbook, look, how can I make this systematic, right? Well, step number one, need to have a risk management plan. Let's annotate this on the screen. What makes trading systematic, right? Let's annotate this on the screen. So, oh, wait, text, where is text? Look, what makes this systematic? How to make your trading systematic? So again, step number one will be, first of all, understand what trading really is about. Well, obviously there has to be, you know, you have to have an edge in the market. So you need to understand the technical analysis, the fundamental analysis. First of all, have an edge. Yes, have a technical edge. We can say technical edge. So now let's say you have a technical edge, right? How exactly do you know you have a technical edge? Well, that's where you need something where you have all of your scenarios written down and tracked, and you have back tested all of these scenarios. Many people will not show you how to make your trading systematic, right? So, well, if you have a technical edge, how do you know you have a technical edge? Well, you need a strategy . So a strategy which has been back tested for a whole market cycle. Markets don't trade just for 6 months, right? Markets are always there, you know. So you need a strategy which is able to last the tough times, which is able to give you profits even when the times are hard, right? Maybe near the December time or January time or Feb time, markets start to slow down. So is your strategy able to still make you consistent profits, or does it only last when the markets are trending or markets are, you know, just consolidating? First of all, have a strategy which you have back tested it. I've traded 5 market cycles. So trust me, guys, when I say this, I know what I'm talking about. I've traded 5 market cycles on gold, so I know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So again, you need to make your trading systematic. You have a technical edge. How do you know if you have a technical edge? A strategy which has been back tested through a couple market cycles. That's what gives you an edge. And then these results So these all need to be tracked, and you should be able to see them every single day. You should be able to go over the results every single day, because you want to try and take it out of your head, because you don't want to keep anything in here, guys. That was my issue at the start. I had everything in my head. I knew what I was looking for, but you know, some days, guys, you can't operate to your fullest capacity. Like today, I'm very sleep deprived. So on these days, I need a playbook, right? So that's where your playbook comes in, right? AKA playbook. This is just like a rough thing that you need. This is the technical side. So now think about it. You also need something in terms of risk management, right? Since again, we're playing the game of probabilities, right? So now risk management will include your scaling plans, risk. There's so much that goes into it, right? Your risk plans, your scaling plans. Like now, sure. Let's break down the risk plan. What does it include? Loss limit, TP targets, BE areas. You know, there's so much included, right? And guess what you're doing now? You're making your trading very objective. See, every time you do something like this, you're taking the emotions out of the game, right? You've got the risk management side sorted, you've got the edge sorted in terms of this, and now this is where you need to also understand yourself. You need to understand your psychological state. So again, this is also very important, right? You need to understand your psychological state. Like, which days are you going to perform worst? For me personally, worst days are when the markets are consolidating. For me, very bad, right? So first of all, when will I perform at my full capacity? When I've had my sleep, I've had my coffee, I'm not going through any trauma, then I'll perform at my full capacity, right? As long as I stick to my routine. When will I not perform at my full capacity is when, obviously, guys, there's something wrong going on. Like today, I'm lacking sleep because I had to wake up early for Eid prayer, so I'm very sleep deprived. There's like the small things which can affect you because it's a mental business, right? So look, this is where now when you this is just like one thing, right? There's so much more that goes into it, right? So now look, when you have all of this together, this is what gives you the edge. The edge is not just coming onto the markets and just like taking trades, right? That's not an edge. All of this brings you an edge, right? All together. So there's so much that goes into this, and if you can start to implement everything together, that's what kind of like starts to bring you to the profitability, the side of profitability. So if you are break even or if you are a losing trader, try and implement these things into your trading, right? And if you can implement these things into your trading, trust me, guys, maybe you might not become profitable just yet because you might not have the experience that you need to become profitable. Again, the only way I came up with all of this is because I'm very experienced in the markets. Otherwise, there's no way for me to come up with these things, right? It's because I've been doing it for such a long time. I understand what I'm talking about, right? I understand the nature of the markets. I just understand all of these things and I know what's normal and what's not normal. Like if this was me trading for the first 2 months, I would be going crazy here. Like I'll be like, oh no, I can't take a loss. I need to make it win. I need to win. I need to win. I've been doing it for many years, guys. Like, I'm literally like, I'm not new to this game. So I know what's normal and what's not normal. And it doesn't affect my psychological state. As long as now this is where you need to understand as well. Losses can also affect me. As long as the loss limit was respected, it's not going to affect me, right? But the minute it goes past the loss limit, because of my own, F up, that's when it will affect my psychological state. Otherwise, it doesn't. It's just a number. It's not money. It's a number. It's just a number. It's not money. It's a number. And as long as I know my outcomes for the month, I'm completely chilling. Does this make sense to you guys? Let me know. Let me know. We still got some people watching. We will be calling it a session here, but I thought I'll give you guys some education as well. It's not just about making profits here, guys. We really do want to turn you guys into profitable traders, and you need to understand all of this, right? They're not going to give you these gems, right? So we're going to give you these gems. Let us know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we will be calling it a session here. Does it make sense now how to make your trading systematic? This is just some stuff that you can do, right? There's much more that you can do to make your trading systematic. You need to have the psychological state sorted. The risk management side needs to be on plan, on point. You need to have an edge in terms of your technical as well as your fundamental analysis. And yeah, once you have all of that, you've got nothing to worry about. You just need to let the probabilities play out. And always remember this word. Always remember this. As long as you remember this, you will never get into trouble. Save this. Every time you go to bed, say this 10 times. When you wake up in the morning, say this 20 times. Say this every day. And you will never be in a bad psychological state. Because now you will understand how traders actually see the markets. When the markets are going against them, they cut the positions. When the markets are going in their favor, they will add positions. So there are many things that go into it for you to become profitable. It's not as simple as just learning a course and blah, 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 blah. It doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. So it's a game of probabilities. As long as you remember this word, probabilities, there will always be a day when the probabilities are not on your side. If it was a game of certainties, then it will be a different story, right? But it's a game of probabilities. It's a game of probabilities, and it's not a game of certainties. Oh, certainties. I don't even think I spelled it properly. But anyway, you can't be certain in the markets, right? There are no certainties in the markets, right? So try and understand this. Try and implement all of this. Think about it. And if you guys have any questions, you can ask us on our socials. But best thing to do is to reach us out on our Discord. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again. We will be calling it a session here. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. As you can see, like, you know, when it comes to taking trades, everyone's here. People want to make profits. But as soon as we said that we're not looking for any more trades, the numbers will drop. But the people who are still here, you guys are here for the actual education. You are the ones who are actually going to understand this business. Because trust me, guys, like the nice stuff, you know, the rush that you get when you're in profits, that's not something which will bring you close to being profitable. The boring stuff will make you profitable. So you need to do more of the boring stuff, less of the, you know, dopamine kicks that you get from these profits. Avoid them. Anyway, guys, have a blessed day. Take care. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Bye bye.